let's get into the action. And our first stop is going to be Villa Park, where it was Aston Villa 3, Southampton 4, in a game of many goals. And it has to be said, a game of many brilliant goals as well. And that is really going to play into the analysis of this one, big style. Some days, everything just flies in the top corner of the net. And certainly for a couple of players in this one, that was the case. There is how Villa lined up. And as we predicted, a very stable selection with possibly the only change being Traore for Trezeguet. And that appears to be exactly what happened. So Martinez in goal. The standard back five really there. Cash, Cons and Mings target. Douglas Luiz, we now have McGinn closer to him, which allows Barkley to get further up the pitch alongside Grealish and help him out. Traore makes the start. You can see it's only the last 29 minutes though on the right, with Watkins up front for Southampton. McCarthy, Bertrand, Vestergaard, Bednarek, Walker-Peters, Armstrong, Romeo, Walcott and James Ward-Prowse, who's going to have quite the game. Ings and Che Adams up the top of the pitch. Some idea in this one that Villa could get back to winning ways after that big defeat at home to Leeds. But what looked a very, very stable defence has now conceded 7 goals in the last 2 games. However, when we actually look at the nuances of how they conceded those 7 goals, we do appear to have a worldy hat-trick by Patrick Bamford and a bit of a masterclass, as I think Sky Sports described it, by James Ward-Prowse. Here it begins with, by the way, there'd already been, I think, 2 disallowed goals before this one went in. There is Ward-Prowse on the right-hand side. Keep your eye on big Vestergaard, number 4, in the middle of the goal. Is that McGinn behind him? I think it is. Well, it doesn't matter because he's going to get in between him and Konza, who is not covering himself in glory there, not challenging and kind of facing Vestergaard. But the big guy gets up. It's a great leap. It's a great header, and look where he puts it. So 1-0 to Southampton there, and the first of the Ward-Prowse set plays. And then it just gets to the point where if you look at the players in the wall, and you see this often when a free kick goes in, the players in the wall will turn around, watch it go in and just walk back and say, okay, fine, I'll hold my hands up there. And this is just brilliant, isn't it? So Ward-Prowse, right-footed, look how stable and lovely the technique is. Head over the ball, arms balanced, beautiful. All his body into it to get the swing on the ball. The wall's fine. Martinez, position looks fine. And look where he puts it, right up into that top corner. It's a brilliant goal by James Ward-Prowse. And sometimes, without any sign of delusion, you do have to hold your hands up and say you're meeting a player just on fabulous form. And that was the case with Ward-Prowse in this one because, yeah, imagine being in the wall for this. Look at Douglas Luiz on the left, just kind of watching, knowing there's not a lot he can do here or any of the Villa wall can do. In fact, Ward-Prowse a little bit closer. Again, the technique, you freeze frame it and he's exactly the same body shape. And to be able to get the pace from here in the direction over the wall, right into the corner, Martinez left standing, and it's 3-0. And really, have you conceded any chances from open play? No. Okay, maybe the marking's not great for the first goal and Vestergaard punishes it. But for the second 2, if you are a Villa fan and you're looking for your glass to be half full after this one, well, just a couple of absolute worldies. It does not matter what wall or what goalkeeper you put in the way. If you have a free kick taker who is executing as well as Ward-Prowse was, it doesn't matter. Those balls are still going to fly into the top corner. And then, when you think it can't get any more ridiculous, there's Danny Ings in the second half, edge of the box, Okay, he's got a bit of space. Cash could be tighter, couldn't he? But you don't expect him to put that there. And you can just see the blur. That is the ball grazing the underside of the crossbar and bouncing down into the side netting. And Southampton's finishing and execution in this game was just brilliant. Yes, maybe the first goal you can question, but the other 3 goals were all worldies. And some days that just happens. Everything flies into the top corner. It did for Southampton. So tip of the hat for them, and maybe some cause for comfort for Villa. You're 4-0 down and 3 worldies, really. The other crumbs for comfort is the fact Villa are going to make a comeback. How good is Grealish? Look, he's dribbling. 3 players are going to go to him. And he's managed to get this trick down, Grealish, where as he's dribbling and the defender is half engaged, worried about being taken on by Grealish, he now has the ability, whilst the defender's in that no man's land of do I commit or not, to actually play the pass. And it's just brilliant, isn't it? Look at that. He's look where Mings is in the middle of the box. He's on the run. He's being faced by 2 defenders. And just as he moves his shoulder left, just strokes this with the right foot. Look where he puts it. It's just brilliant from Grealish. Mings up ahead of his man, gets the header and puts that one in the side netting. So 4-1, then turns into 4-2. The other side of Grealish's game, very good at drawing fouls and drawing the referee's attention to them. Nothing wrong with that. He gets a kick. He goes down. You can debate the decision in the comments. Ultimately, didn't affect the final result. But it does give Ollie Watkins the chance to score from the spot. Now, good for Watkins. Obviously, he got that hat-trick against Liverpool in that mental game that ended 7-2. Good for him to get back on the score sheet. And he now has 4 goals, which has a total from 7 games. Is very, very decent. And then again, this is just stunning from Grealish. Look at the chest control. First, he's going to engage Klein and go past him. And what a goal this is. Look, he's going to completely kid the goalkeeper here, making out that he's going to curl for the far corner. And we've seen him do this before. He gives the eyes. It's just comically good from Grealish, isn't it? Just sends everybody the wrong way and from outside of the box sticks it in the corner. And he's just in great form, isn't he? Brilliant stuff from Grealish. Signed the new contract. Picked up where he left off last season. 4-3 though. Villa are losing this game. But, and look, obviously I have a little bit of bias towards the dearly departed. Although I do say leave your bias at the door. I do think you can look at this one and say, what are you going to do in this game when Ward-Prowse smacks those 2 free kicks in? Okay, don't concede the free kicks maybe, but, you know, really. And Ings as well, smashing one in the top corner from outside the box. Chalk them off. I know this is a dangerous game to play. And you're very competitive in the game. You might be getting some points, let's just say. Although, do look, it was 4-2 going into the 90th minute and 2 very, very late goals there. Look at the numbers, though. 56% possession to Villa, 10 shots on target to 4, 11 corners to 1, 4 big chances to 1. Yes, they've lost. And you do get your absolutists who say, oh, well, Ben, the only stat that matters is the final score. Well, when you're deciding the result of the game, yes, the only stat that matters is the final score. But if we want to learn and analyse, and one would assume because you're watching my analysis of this game, and you know I'm probably going to go into quite some detail, that you want a bit more nuance than that. When we look at the numbers, the clear narrative of this game is, yep, Southampton, thumbs up. You deserve the win if you execute as brilliantly as they did. But the clear narrative is it was some outstanding quality from particularly Ward-Prowse and Ings that did win this game. And that's fine. But we're always looking for signs of sustainability. Everyone wants us to predict the future. And, okay, you play that game a few more times and Ward-Prowse and Ings aren't quite as fabulous as they were with their execution. And Villa do get something. So, some signs of sustainability. Grealish in great form. Watkins on the score sheet. And maybe if you're a Villa fan, you hold your hands up. And if you sat in the stadium when that second Ward-Prowse free kick goes in, you might think about a little titter of applause for James Ward-Prowse for a brilliant first half set play performance. And you hope, if you're a Villa fan, that you go on to the next game and maybe you don't get punished in quite the same way. But fair play, you tip your hat to Ward-Prowse and Ings, don't you? And you hope, from a Villa point of view, that that's not going to happen to you every week. It's the Premier League, though. It might. Southampton move up to 5th spot there. Look at that, 4 wins in 5. Superb. It might even be 5 wins in 6, I think, for Southampton, who are in great form moving to 5th. Villa regressing now. They need to hit the brakes on this slide. 2 straight home games. They've lost, 7 goals conceded. Yes, we've discussed the mitigating factors, but after those 4 straight wins at the beginning, you wouldn't want that to continue anymore. Hopefully for them, the case will be they came up against Bamford, who was amazing against them, got that hat-trick and a great lead second half performance, and Ward-Prowse in this one. So, look, if that's the case, Villa's results will pick back up. If not, and they're actually regressing to the mean, we never thought that the 4 straight wins was going to, play out. That basically makes them champions, doesn't it? So we never thought it was going to play out quite in that way, but they want to halt the slide as quickly as they can. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It was Aston Villa 3, Southampton 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.